Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you Friday, December the 4th. The year's 2020. Let's talk trading. It's time for the weekly wrap up, and it is NFP day. I kind of forgot to give you guys the heads up yesterday that today would be NFP day, but hey, if you're traders, you should know that. But if you're new, you have no idea NFP. What's NFP? It's non-farm payroll. It's when the government comes out and gives basically the employment report. Say 10 years ago or so, NFP day, you would see 100, 200 pip swings in the market. Not so much today, but today was a pretty interesting day, though. But just so you know, these videos are for educational purposes only, and your results may differ from mine. Okay, let's just go ahead and jump here and we can see for the week all the gaps filled. Right now, the pound is 55 pips off the high and 197 pips off the low. It's a really interesting day here. Once again, the pound opened inside the opening range for the month here because the opening range is the first day of the month. There's the high, there's the low. And you can see here right now, we are 42 pips above that high. So if you took that breakout at the 41 level, which is in the 40s, which I know is a launching pad for the pound, you can see there was almost 100 pips to be made off of that move. Yearly, 239 pips above that yearly open. Let's see if I squeeze this chart in so you can, come back one more. So you can see I'm putting in that new high. Inside bar, yesterday it broke out and didn't come back. On the daily, you can see we've got a 128 pip range. We've got 3, 6, 8 pairs over 100. And once again, on an NFP day, in the olden days, this would have been lit up like a Christmas tree. I mean, look at the euro. Only 46 pip range on NFP day? Are you kidding me? And so, if you think about it, there's not too many pips to be had. So, if you're trading the euro, you might want to think about trading a different pair, especially if you're really looking to make, a nice bucket load of pips on a daily basis. But then again, if you're trading a euro and you're profitable, don't change a thing. I tease with Walmart all the time, and he knows it's like, Walmart, what's the first thing I told you when we first started talking? If you're profitable, don't change a thing. Even though we have been trying to fine tune a few things, and in fact, next week, it's pretty funny. I'll have to show you what happened to me. Actually, I could just talk about it right here. I got into a short trade at 90, about right here, 93. And then price went my way and then it reversed on me. But when I put the trade on, I said, you know what? Price is coming down to 60. Where'd I get that number? Or 62. It was right there. So I went short right about here at 93. And I was up about 10 pips, but I walked away. I said, I'm not going to do a dang thing. Well, you see what happened next. Price came all the way up here. And then I started trading my way out of the mess. And then Walmart pointed out a difference. And we're going to talk about this too in an upcoming video. You know, he looks at his closed profit and he looks at his open profit, and that's how he determines whether he's up for the day. So there's at one point I could have closed out the trade, that particular trade, for a loss, and made, I would have been up like 5 pips for the day. And that's something that he says he would probably do, but I only look at the open PL. At the time, I was probably still down 20 pips or 15 pips. And it's like, no, I'm not closing the trade out. And, but bad thing is I didn't stick to my guns. I didn't put my TP down here. See, the target was 62, and price pretty much hit it on this candle, a low of 61.2. But I usually would put my TP about 5 pips less, because if it misses by a pip or two, I'd be really upset, especially if it went against me again. So, but I didn't do it because it came down, and let's see. Well, let's just move over one chart here, and I'll show you what it did. Right here, you see, there was this. Was this the one? No, it was this one right here. Price spiked all the way down to 80, and my entry was somewhere around 93. And when it spiked on the 1 minute, I picked up about 7 or some pips off of that trade, which was my best trade for the day. It was pretty funny. So it was like my worst trade for the day, meaning that I got in, I didn't manage it, I didn't have my stop loss at BE plus 2. I let it go against me about 40 pips, and then it came back down. And I said, so Walmart's going to go Mike Tomlin on me. I told him to watch that video, how about winning ugly. He's like, good trade. I go, no, that was a bad trade. And here's all the reasons. It's like, yeah, I walked away with a win, but price could have, instead of doing what it did here, it could have did one of these, and price could be sitting up here at the moment. I could be down 100 pips or 70 pips, because you just don't know. And that's one of the reasons sometimes when you're in a trade, you take what you can get at the moment, because you don't know what that next moment's going to bring. And that's just trading. But yeah, on an NFP day, um, you know, I was in the rat zone. It was the right candle color when I took that trade initially, right here. But I just didn't manage the trade. I said, but then I told Walter, I said, part of the thing about it is that, let's just say I was one of these traders that says, hey, I got a job, I can't manage the trade. Well, you put the trade on, and then you see what happens. So had I done that, I would have either stopped out, because I would have put a stop loss there, or I would have taken profit. If I just walk away for the entire day and come back, I go, oh, it worked out. When I first opened my, trading platform, I'd see, hey, that trade was profitable. But then if I looked at the charts, I would have been like, holy cow, look what, it took the long route to get there. And as I like to say, and I get teased, it's like, I was right, but if I would have just waited 1 hour, I wouldn't have had all of that pain. So, one of the things we were talking about was really starting to look at time. And Walmart says it's the fourth dimension, because you've got the XYZ coordinates in a 3-dimensional space. But I say trading is 2-dimensional, because we've got price and we've got time. So it's 2-dimensional, but that's all conceptual anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But the time aspect, timing the trades, managing the trades, that's something we're going to dive into sometime next week. But you can see here the red rats traded, and also this red rat, there was a holo trade here. It was just one of those perfect setups. I mean, you can see, it's making lower highs, it's making lower lows. It was a textbook trade. I'm just kind of kicking myself for not putting that TP at 65. But that's hindsight, right? You can see we took out the pivot though today. That's something that we usually bank on happening sometime in the near future. But let's just do it on the next screen. We've got the daily. We took out the daily pivot. We took out the weekly pivot. But we haven't taken out the monthly pivot. And at the moment, we're 274 pips away. So who knows? Maybe we take it out, or maybe we have a missed pivot for the year 2020 on the monthly. We'll just have to wait and see. Wick zone in and out. There was a nice move there. Price may close in that wick zone because you can see 99.35. That's what, 64 pips. That's a huge wick. A lot of room. A lot of room. The ranges. 128 pips, 64 percentile. In fact, when I got in the trade, it was only around 100, and Walmart said, hey, you might be getting in early. And he was right. Once again, had I managed it properly, I would have probably at least had a break even +1 off of that one trade that ran against me. I got lucky. It wasn't skillful at all. Like I said, it's an ugly, ugly, ugly win. High minus close today, 66. You can see right around the 65 percentile. It's kind of interesting. These numbers are matching. Close low. You can see here 53. Notice on the monthly here, there was that inside bar in the month that got taken out last month. Just once again, for you inside bar traders. Monthly range, we're at the 2 percentile at 251 pips. Okay, high minus the previous high. If you took that breakout, you're up 100, and you could have had 141 pips. Simple simple horizontal line trade. In fact, give a shout out to Kate from across the pond. I guess she's still doing her wigglies. Because I was looking at the ATR zone, and you can thank her for the one modification to the TRO ATR lines, where she wanted to know the 50 percentile, open plus 50% of the ATR, open minus, and I think that you can put those numbers in their inputs rather than fixed. So, like I said, shout out to Kate. Okay, previous low minus low, we haven't crossed it. High minus close, close minus low. Once again, you see trading the buy zone on the monthly was profitable. Actually, this is the buy zone, and also not to mention the short zone. Actually, we want to look at the high minus open. We'd have to switch this over to monthly to do that. Wick zone, monthly wick zone, you can see we shot out. Now we're back inside it. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We're not inside the monthly. That's the daily wick zone. The monthly's down here. I forgot on the other screen I had switched it over, but to current. But there's the daily wick zone. Here's the monthly high. There's the monthly top right here. So once again, we're out of it. And I should put this back to H1. The simplest horizontal line trades. I mean, that break at 35.10, that was sweet. That was one of these trades where, sometimes trades just go your way. They just do. So I hope you traders had a profitable week. I hope you had a profitable NFP day. And I hope you have a fun and safe weekend. And when you come back to your trading platform next week, just remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So drain the banks. And if this is your first video of mine that you're watching, welcome aboard. Please subscribe, click like, click the bell so you can be notified, and then share the video on all the other trading forums. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.